Where's the blacksmith? Where's the blacksmith? Where's the leak, ma'am?
God damn it.
Well, on that note, welcome everyone to stream and D&D. We're playing Rime of the Frostmaiden.
Shenanigans.
Things and words. Titty sprinkles.
Titty sprinkles. Anyways, so last we left off, Doreen the Tiefling Bard, Cheval the Human Rune Knight, Morden the Tiefling Ranger, Talk the Half-Orc Eldritch Knight, and Kibbles their Awakened Fox, joined by Omid Frostbrew, a Battle Rager Dwarf Barbarian, Srazik, a Dragonborn Draconic Sorcerer, and Wigix, a Harengon Elemental Monk, had found the remains of an old moon elf tomb that had recently become the base of the druidic terror, Ravison. Combat ensued and Morden struck the finishing blow. And that is where we're going to pick up, as they now take a bit of time to deal with the aftermath.
First things first, I shrink.
Beer.
Wait, was the bear still alive?
No, it's dead. I just threw it in there just for scenery.
Okay.
Wait.
In case Talk wanted more claws or teeth or whatever.
So there
I already
are
got those.
there are hides around of various pelts that you could skin if you so choose.
I think the
There's
townspeople
also
should leave.
there is also the remains of the Elven Tomb that you have yet to discover, if that is something that you wish to do.
I'm going right for the druid body.
I'm gonna start cutting up the pelts.
I'm gonna check out the pizza.
Let's see.
Okay. Let's start with Talk, then go on to Morden. So, Talk, give me a survival check.
Okie dokie.
I say the townspeople get a trophy from the moose. It terrorized them a lot.
But we're bringing back the head.
At the very least, yeah.
But the moose is inside.
Yeah.
It's an albino white moose.
So I guess I'll work on that.
And I'm sorry, the only thing coming to my mind right now is, I look like a moose. But a very cute moose. They call boy moose go, wah.
Okay.
And then right under it, a gif of Supernatural.
Moose. And, yeah.
So
I got 12.
since most of the bodies that are around you are kind of just like normal bear, normal moose, normal woolly rhinoceros. These it's one of those things where, like, you are successful in being able to skin them and do all the fancy hunter stuffs and get meat and hide and claws and teeth and whatever else. So I'm gonna say between just all of the bodies, you're gonna get 120 gold worth of animal products.
Hides, trophies, things, meats.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can keep all the stuff that you wish, or you can try to sell it. That's up to you. But you have 120 gold's worth.
Still pretty damn good.
Oh.
I'd like to assist Morden in the druid investigation.
So we move up.
Guess we both have a stake in that one.
So you kind of make your way back around. You could probably just climb the side of the wall. Otherwise, you could make your way around the side of the step.
I'm limping around everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna make an attempt to climb But if I fail,
give me an
I'll just,
athletics check.
Okay, donkey. Just so we can have something for the walls. Oh, I actually know that.
Yeah, make it up
21.
with ease.
20 me.
So you make your way around, and you find the body of what would appear to be a human woman. I'll actually pull the art back up on the stream here. Human woman, brown hair, very pale skin,
Why did you have to be
wearing
evil?
leathers and furs.
I'm sorry, she gives me a Cruella de Vil type vibe.
Yeah, her lips and tongue are blue. And upon further inspection, you kind of can tell that it's actually from like a berry dye, not like actual like.
Rose
It's
and
not.
blue.
It's not.
It's not frostbitten.
It's not frostbitten. It's not blue from being cold. It's literally. It's more like a makeup or just like somebody, like you know how little kids just like they eat a blue popsicle and their entire mouth just turns blue. It's that kind of vibe.
Okay.
How many good berries did you eat?
All of them. I mean, it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
No, it's level 1 spell. Never mind.
Looks like
Other than
Alright.
that, give me an investigation check.
With advantage, I'm helping.
Okay, if we're doing advantage, then... Wow. Oh, well, +1.
Ooh! It's better than my +3.
It actually appears that she doesn't really even have all that much, and you can kind of tell that her little icicles that she was using, kind of broke off when she died, kind of
Yeah.
shattered against the ground. She has some nice hide armor though.
For,
Did you go high?
for dignity's sake, I'm not even going to... Yeah. Nobody should be stripped naked after they're dead.
And
Yeah, true.
We are not in Skyrim.
you do find actually let me roll a thing really quick. There we go.
Rolling an intelligence check for
You
the opera.
find 5 good berries.
Oh. Who's most fucked
Okay.
up?
Good berries just stave off.
That's the stave off hunger and kind of deal.
Don't they heal like 10
They
health?
heal 1 hit point.
Yep, not much. Enough to keep you from dying,
Yeah.
but... I put them in a small pouch. Looks like we got some senzu beans. Light senzu beans.
Sabine!
Sabine!
You think I'm just giving these away? Well, I'm not.
Don't give
Okay.
them the kibbles.
But you do find her an arrow stuck through her head, kind of slumped around over the edge of the sarcophagus, which you can retrieve your arrows as well.
Yeah, you told me that last time, so I was able. I already put them back in the inventory. I kind of hoist her up like this fireman deadman carry, and kind of just take her back over to where like everybody else is.
Okay.
And I'm taking my time doing it. I'm not trying to strain myself or.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I quickly asked Warden's like, get an extra oil flask.
I take a free hand and go into my pocket and toss him an extra in oil flask.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna go burn that hag body.
What I do?
Yeah, gotta go.
Yeah,
But
but
by
I
the
don't...
time we get back, Chauvel's already burning it.
Yeah, as I'm like walking towards the moose, I just look out of the corner of my eye, snap my fingers, and produce bonfire right on a corpse.
Yep.
Right on the
And-
slime
and-
that was created.
It granted, because it's a magical fire, it takes to it a little bit easier, but it's still very muted for a fire. It's almost more like a smolder than anything.
Why, I grabbed the oil flask.
Yep.
Glad I
so-
picked up
Just keep him walk in, throw it, and Molotov cocktail. Boom!
I'm glad I picked up those oil flasks. I need to pick up some more.
They're great for contextual. Yes.
I'm down to five left. So
Alright.
Hmm.
And then I guess I'll just help Chauvel with the moose if he hasn't done it already.
Probably working on it, but I'm like going at it careful to make something worthy of a trophy. You know, something to stick up on a hunting lodge.
Like the horns.
Give me a survival
No,
check.
like the whole head.
Yeah. Do I make it in time to help him? Or is this no?
I will say with Talk's help.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I just roll advantage. Or attack, what's your...
You roll with advantage.
okay. I
Survival
got a
check.
plus.
Because Talk is also helping to skin things.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Yeah, it's a little shoddy, but it'll do. It's one of those things where, like, if you take it to somebody that's good at stuffing those kinds of things, it'll,
They could probably fix the
they
damage
can kind
that
of
we
they can patch it up a little bit better.
Yeah, just take some of the hide along with it, and they can repair it.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, it'll look better with a little bit more time and expertise, but it'll do for now. And you have a lot of excess fur to help with that.
Then I guess what all that's left is to investigate the tomb.
Yep. The Moon Elf. Let me pull up the name here. The Moon Elf Mummy. By the name of Sonar. Kind of points towards the various phases of the moon around the moon dial, and goes, if these certain phases of the moon, once they are struck by the moon, will open up various parts of the tomb. I'm not sure if any of you have the capabilities of casting moonlight.
Looks at Kibbles, who we saw cast Moonlight. No, wait, we didn't. Shit.
No,
That
you
was
saw
I
it.
did. Moonbeam.
Yeah, in the one
She
shot I
cast
know
Moonbeam.
she did.
No, she cast Moonbeam in the fight too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying I forgot. It's been 2 weeks.
That's fair.
Hey, Kibbles.
Hi!
Can you cast Moonbeam again?
Where do you want me to?
See
Looks
these
at-
circles?
Okay.
Just one at a time. One at a time. See which one, what happens.
Okay. So, Kibbles kind of goes over and kind of like looks up towards the sky, and kind of gets back up on her 2 hind legs and kind of like paws up a little bit, and you kind of start seeing this little glimmer as it starts pouring down into this beam of moonlight, and she puts it over the full moon, or no, the half moon. Yeah, the half moon. And as you kind of enter in, zoom out and pull the crap down a little bit. So you kind of enter in, and to the south you see what would appear to be a door. You can see over towards the west a little bit more, kind of in a small alcove, kind of where you first saw the white moose. You see what appears to be a very reflective surface. And then you also see a path that kind of switches off and goes to the north.
I'm gonna guess that those directions are reversed because on the map.
Yeah. Don't worry about the compass on the map.
Alright.
Well, I'll go inspect that.
Yep.
If she wants to, because she can only hold it for like what, 10 minutes?
Let me see. Because Kibbles has the spell. Apparently it only lasts a minute.
And we hurry.
Yep.
Actually, I think it... let me read just for a little bit, but... So, did you want to go to the north vault or the south vault?
One of the shiny. The shimmery shiny.
Yeah, and I can check out the other.
So on
that
the
would
compass
be
we're ignoring, I'll go to the northern one, he'll go to the eastern one.
Okay, so as a quick side note, if you go kind of towards the west, where there's just kind of a small alcove with the shiny surface,
Cave. Yeah.
it's like over here.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, just point us in the direction you're thinking of describing, not the cardinal direction. That's gonna throw us off.
Or, wait, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
This area.
Okay, so that's the shimmery surface area.
So this area, that's the shimmier area.
Okay.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
I need somebody to give me a Arcana check.
Right there.
Just one person?
Yeah.
I'm the only one there, but yeah, 3.
I mean, if Morden or Doreen wants to give an Arcana as well, that's fine.
Okay.
I will say you do this before you go into the tombs.
23.
Very...
Yeah.
So, the underground passage narrows before ending at a wall, which is mounted an oval mirror, 7 feet tall and half as wide, encircled by a decorative stone frame. So, in the darkness, it kind of ends up just kind of blotting out a reflective surface. But the mirror's stone frame glows with a very scintillating light. As long as the moon-style's light, or a moonbeam spell, is illuminating the symbol of the full moon. While the frame is lit, the mirror functions like an ordinary crystal ball.
Oh.
Which Durain, having traveled around and kind of had his little nose to some of the adventurers and has come across a crystal ball in his time, but
Larbard shit. Yeah.
Lorabard shit.
And Kibbles is blocking the path for Talk to Info Cave.
Yeah.
No, I'm busy. Oh my.
Sorry.
Mystical, magical moonlight. Wow.
Ooh, ah, ooh. Hey,
It's like, ooh, that looks pretty. Ah, God, that hurts.
Okay, so the south one, that will end up being over here.
Yeah.
Kevils casts Moonbeam. So... and if you try to test the mirror, it is basically glued to the wall and is impossible to remove.
Name Wonder Glue.
Covering glue.
Quite literally a magical glue.
The glue that only a wish spell can undo.
Yep. Anyway,
What
so
a
you move
necklace.
to the
Well, I
you move to the bottom one, the southern one. The stone door to this tomb is engraved in a white semicircle, the symbol of a half moon, with its rounded edge facing towards the right. The moon is locked from the outside until Kibbles casts Moonbeam on it. The circular chamber has an intricately carved dome ceiling 20 feet high. A beam of light shines down from the top of the dome, illuminating a rectangular stone sarcophagus. God, I can't speak today, apparently. So, you
Been a lot of
see
people.
a sarcophagus. And does anybody want to jump in on that one?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Any
remember what
ready?
happened
Okay.
last time?
So,
We have permission this time.
the moon druid says, these walls have been tainted. Any artifacts you have in here can be yours.
Thank you kindly. Okay.
And anyways, so going into the thing, you can kind of guess that the sarcophagus's lid is about 350 pounds.
And I help him push.
I used up the strength that Frostmaiden, but I still got a +6. I help his way.
I got a +4. So.
Plus 5.
Easily enough between the four of you, you can kind of heave-ho like a couch and...
What is it?
Pivot!
I was gonna say the same thing. God damn it. You beat me to it.
Shut up!
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I'm pivoting. Okay, anyway, continue.
Sorry, I apparently missed that joke.
Seinfeld.
No,
No.
friends.
Friends.
Shit.
It was parodied in the Star Wars Family Guy when they were trying to get the couch off of the Death Star.
Sure.
Anyway, let's continue on with the story before we make fools of ourselves even more, which we'll do later.
Okay. And in that sarcophagus are the following items: an unstrung bow,
Ooh.
short bow,
Ooh, I use short bows.
a 6 silvered arrowheads, and a wooden cup with a winged fish etched into the side.
I'm immediately gonna take a look at the short bow, see if it's anything special.
I am gonna look at it.
It has some nice, like, intricate carvings on it. It seems to be an elven make.
Can I
So
do
probably
it
a +1,
at the very least?
like a masterwork.
Well,
Are you trying to detect if it's magical or not?
Well, I'm doing I'm going back to 3.5. I'm just basically doing an appraisal check of the quality of the item. So
give
basically,
me
it's
an intelligence
investigation.
check. Or investigation.
Intelligence? Yeah,
Intelligence or
investigation,
investigation?
please. Investigation, please.
Because there's no appraisal stat in here.
Because that would be more investigation, so 25.
You know that this bow could probably fetch a very nice, as I look up the cost of a short bow right now.
I think that's like 30,
Yeah.
40.
25.
I was close.
Yeah.
Not bad for an off the hip guess.
So this one, being an elven make, actually bumps it up by 100 gold, so it's about 125 gold.
And-
I
Go ahead.
I was going to ask if I sense anything magical coming
You
from
sense nothing magical about it.
it. From anything, rather. I was gonna...
The mug, however, is. Just because I feel like it.
Then I will do an Arcana check on it.
Okay, give me an Arcana check. It's got a conjuration kind of vibe around it.
Ooh, 24.
This is a elven glass that fills with a nice wine. Whenever
Takes.
you speak the command word.
Looks to the moon druid. Do you know the word to activate this?
I would say with the 24 you can figure that out. It's got like an elven scribe at the bottom of the cup or something.
I'll figure something out
So
later.
I will let you flavor what the command word is.
Yeah, I'll just add it to my inventory and figure it out later.
I don't think there's I don't think there's an official name for it, but and if you speak the command word, it's actually got like a almost like a boysenberry or like a blueberry kind of wine.
Ooh, or maybe an elderberry?
Or yeah, like an elderberry wine.
Ooh, I like it.
It's not a lot. It's not like grapes or anything. It's very much like a berry or like a mead kind of vibe.
All right.
Yeah, it's very much Arctic flavored mead, drinks.
Snowberry.
Snowberry.
Yeah, there you go.
Morton looks at everybody like, all right, who doesn't
However,
really have ranged weaponry?
you that with the investigation check, you can tell that it is basically a non-magical
Plus.
+1.
So it's a masterwork.
No, the masterwork lets you reroll damage.
Wait, then it's
Refined.
refined. It's a refined bow. Who? I look at everyone because my longbow is just as good. Well, does more damage in this longer range. But it's just who doesn't have an adequate long range? And I'm basically looking at the three of them.
I got a short bow. Looks to the two fighters.
I got javelins, but I don't have archery.
I just kind of like wave my hand like, no thanks. Not for me.
I'll leave this up to you. If you guys want to trade bows or something like that,
I think Drain can also wield it, but
Yep. I
Well-
can use short bows.
I thought
The
short
wall
bows
things
are
don't
usable
know.
to everybody.
Arrowheads do look like tiny shovels.
Oh no. And I would take the time to teach whoever needed it, how to string a bow properly without breaking anything.
yep.
If no one will take it, Doreen will. But looking at the fighters beforehand.
I think I'm good. I think you can have it, Doreen.
All right. After I finish typing in the custom elven goblet.
Yep. No, that's
And
fair.
also add the 6 silver arrows. I already have my own.
Okay.
Okay.
Come
I
to
will
me
move
if you need arrows.
all to the other area really quick.
Yeah, he just deposits the bow and shows you how to string it properly. Just, all right, come to me if you need arrows.
Takes short
Open.
bow that was already out of inventory. Like,
So you quickly make your way over.
thanks.
You quickly make your way over. I will also say that the moons
Beam arrow?
will the moonbeam just opens it up for like a few hours or something.
Okay.
So short bow is just a standard short bow or
+1.
So
+1 short bow. Okay.
yep, it's just
Mhm.
not magical for the purposes of resistance.
Yeah. It's just, you
Just
could,
like add a note.
yeah.
Anyways,
I figured
So-
as like +1 can just go through magical resistance, but it's not a magic weapon.
it is not a magic weapon, so it will not. So any damage that you deal against something that has resistance will not go through that resistance.
It's just
Okay.
you get a +1 to hit it.
Yeah. It's just got a really nice make, and it kind of feels very tuned towards the... It's just very well made.
Comfy.
Yeah.
All right.
And it has actually some, like, decent poundage weight to it, so... you make your way to the other end of the... tomb, and... Suddenly the door's closed behind you. You're trapped forever.
Maxwell, everybody dies. No!
Give us, get out of there!
Ah! No. No.
Nice knowing you all.
Well, this was the Ice Maiden all along. No!
Kibbles was the Ice Maiden all along. Now, so you enter into the area, and this circular chamber has an intricately carved dome ceiling 20 feet high. A beam of light shines down from the top of the dome, illuminating a rectangular stone sarcophagus. Someone has turned this tomb, I can't speak, into living quarters, as evidenced by a rack of drying herbs and an unfurled bedroll behind the sarcophagus.
Investigate the herbs.
That's what I was just about to do.
I will say I will have everyone give me a investigation check.
Okay. How many silver arrows did you say?
6.
21. Okay.
24.
5.
Yeah, bitch.
Damn.
Let's see, 6 silver arrows. Okay. Be a bit.
So you kind of start looking around, and Morden and Doreen, you're kind of like taking the leads on this kind of deal. So as you kind of look around the area, the herbs are that of a herbalism kit, kind of spread across the top of the sarcophagus. And as you're kind of looking around, you kind of see a little bit of a scuttling, as it appears a little shrub is kind of cowering behind the sarcophagus. And
A little shrub?
again, you could probably... Yep. It appears that Revison had awakened a shrub, and it's got a few berries and stuff kind of on its branches. That being said, there's not much beyond what you would expect out of a druid's lair, other than maybe some bones, the herbalism kit, and the shrub. And you can tell that the sarcophagus, again, weighs about 350 pounds.
All 4 simultaneously crack knuckles.
Well,
No,
let's get to it.
I'm not.
Go jump on.
I'm going to try to get politely and as nicely as possible, get the shrub from behind the thing so it doesn't get smushed by the lid of the sarcophagus.
The shrub actually kind of turns to you and goes, in this kind of weird, like, tree-ish crackling wood against wood kind of voice. I'm not going to even try to imitate this one because I can't. But goes, what are you doing here?
Searching. We're explorers.
You're the ones that killed Revison, weren't you?
God.
Yes.
I could feel my connection slip with her.
Yes. Unfortunately, what she was doing was upsetting the natural balance.
The way she speaks, it felt more like the humans and other beings of the quote-unquote civilized who are upsetting the natural balance. But I am but a shrub.
Well, no, they were. It is a matter of opinion, but in my opinion, they were living in harmony with nature around them. So, I'm
Right.
sorry about your master. But she also did attack us, and there was a lot of self-defense in there.
I start counting on my fingers how many times she's attacked us.
Like
Quite a bit.
twice.
At least.
Or her awakened
if-
animals have attacked us.
If you wanna count all the awakened animal encounters, then sure. But, the shrub kind of goes. One second. Well, I will also say that Ravison kind of blamed the Ten Towners for the death of her twin sister. I don't know how or when, but she lies in this stone sarcophagus here.
Her twin sister.
And
Here, do you mind if we investigate it?
who am I to stop you?
I'm being polite.
I have no...
Here, why don't you move away?
Give me an insight check.
That's right. Well, with that roll,
I mean, it is a little bit of a shrub, and it doesn't really, like, this is your first time trying to insight a plant. So it's a little bit hard, but you can kind of tell that in its own kind of weird way, it's just feeling lost or confused as to what to do.
would you like to join us? See the world?
I feel like I would probably be better at maybe tending some of the foliage around these parts.
Well, that's perfectly fine. I mean,
But
there's a bunch of trees and things that could be looked after just in this immediate area.
but
If you don't mind staying here.
But if you want, I could potentially give you some berries.
If that's what you would like to do, I will not say no. That is very kind of you. Thank you.
Though it is hard with all this cold. It's,
I don't know,
it's just one of
prestidig-
those things.
I use prestidigitation kind of form.
No, I mean like in general, like long-term plant things. Because to a plant, your lifetime is very much a come and go kind of deal.
It's not coniferous. Get it?
It is a coniferous bush, but it's still one of those things where like, oh hey, it's still not great.
Its growth is stunted.
It's being stymied by the fact that there is no sun.
Well, we are kind of working towards getting more sunlight around here.
Well, if you do that, maybe I can get you berries or something. I know people like that kind of thing.
Sure?
I don't know.
Hey, DM,
So, huh?
with what the bush said, does it look like this? After hearing about the twin sister, does it look like this sarcophagus can fit two, like side by side?
Maybe with some decomposition, maybe.
Yeah. Worth a shot.
Anyways, so you both, Doreen and Cheval and Talk, pick up the lid of the sarcophagus and move it off to the side, and the smell gets rancid as you smell decomposition.
At least I can't taste it in my mouth.
The stench of decay.
We immediately cover our mouths and back away.
I don't know. That would be a con check. To see.
I immediately use prestidigitation on
No,
myself.
I would say because, Cheval, even though you don't have a tongue, you can still smell things.
I know, I'm just saying.
It's a
one
little
of
bit
those-
more muted, but
I don't
know,
know.
It's one of those smells that are so bad that even if you can smell them, you can taste them in the air as well.
Yes.
yeah,
I at least get half of that.
yeah, no, that's fair. If anybody wants to roll me a medicine check.
I have a +1. I rolled 6.
You have no idea, it's just a dead body.
15.
Morden, you can actually kind of tell that the death occurred months ago, but the cold has slowed the decomposition of the body.
Okay.
And you can also kind of see some kind of like wounds that would appear to be like arrows or like
Puncture
sword
wounds.
slashes. Puncture wounds, slash wounds. Some stuff that's akin towards that of, as they were described, a hunter. And then I need everybody to give me an investigation check as you kind of peer through the
Damn it.
sarcophagus. During
Six.
you're just like you're the stench is getting to you a little bit. Cheval,
Prestidigitation. It does nothing. Sorry.
Cheval, Morden, and Talk, however, as you kind of look in, you find a sharkskin pouch that appears to contain a couple of crystal vials.
You almost said kibble pies.
Kibble vials.
Yeah, I heard it too.
There's just tiny little kibbles in. There's just tiny little kibbles in the vials.
Doreen at this point is hallucinating now. Oh god.
It's like one of those recursive things where it's the kibbles inside is looking at an even smaller vial. Kibbles inside that.
All right. Yeah,
It just goes on for
ruling
infinity.
on this.
Yes.
I want to take some wintergreen mint that I do have from like my herbal satch that I've been using for cooking.
Sure.
Kind of mush it up a bit and just stick it underneath Durain's nose.
That's what the prestidigitation was for. I was making a joke.
Oh, I know. I was trying to also give you more advantage to, like, you're no longer smelling this, so you can have an advantage on any more investigation checks.
I didn't have disadvantage.
There's nothing else,
Uh,
but
It was-
it doesn't.
I just used it for fun.
Fine, fuck it. I was
I
trying
mean,
to help, but
sure.
okay.
Durain,
All
give me a Constitution
No,
saving
he
throw with
doesn't have
advantage.
Doesn't want to do it. It's fine.
I have now
Yeah,
have
you can-
super advantage. Yes, there you go. I'll just do it just so we can get out of the way. There. 17.
Okay. You're kind of getting used to it a little bit more now, and the wintergreen helps.
All right, I investigate the crystals. The crystal.
Give
Ouch.
me an Arcana check.
I'd like to do
I
so.
forego the Arcana check and hand it off to either Durain or Tuck.
I'll do it.
Kibbles comes in with an Arcana check.
Damn it!
Hell yeah.
Kibbles got a 5.
Burns!
Hey
Kibbles.
guys, that looks tasty! Can I have some? Durain... Durain, yeah. You're kind of having a hard time trying to figure out what these are. Talk, on the other hand, you can tell that these potions are a potion of radiance resistance and a potion of vitality. So the potion of radiant resistance, you get resistance to radiant damage for an hour.
Okay.
And the potion of vitality, when you drink this potion, it removes any exhaustion that you were suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you. For the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die that you spend. And this one's kind of got a crimson liquid, which regularly pulses with a dull light, kind of like a heartbeat.
Interesting. So I relay this to, well, everyone else. And ask, who wants which vial?
I think
Or
I'm good.
should I just hold on to both of them?
Yeah, just hold on.
Yep.
Okay, that I shall.
As I pull another wintergreen leaf out of my nose.
Okay, so you can all make your way back out of the tomb.
Does the bush follow us?
The bush follows you out of the tomb, but it's gonna... And then you kind of see it just start kind of like scuttling away in its own weird way, just out.
Goodbye, my friend. We hope to see you again.
It waves at you.
And then gets on its Harley and rides away.
Apparently, as a motorcycle has driven by my house. So, with that all being said, the Moon Elf does gonna come back to you all, and I will take care of this place. After being trapped for so long, I think it is time that it has a defender.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, you can all make your way to... so I said last time that we're going to have a little bit of a, kind of like a bit of a time skip episode, where we can go through and do little bits of role-playing here and there, but for the most part, you return back to Lonelywood, and you're kind of greeted with the happiness of guards and townsfolk alike.
Like we drag in the moose. We drag in the moose, and they're all, yeah.
Yep. Yay!
And the
you
pelts
feast,
and the meat.
you feast on moose, and there's pelts, and the meat is cooked into a really nice stew, and it's more like a meat stew with maybe some potatoes and stuff, but there's like lots of root vegetables, but not even, but it's not, but all the root vegetables are very much a, like, they're not like the nice big root vegetables, they're kind of small and shriveled. They're doing the best with what they have, but the meat is really nice. The townspeaker does make some more cookies as part of celebration.
Or not happy.
Talk eyeballs them.
Morgan is happy.
I figured little party celebration sort of deal.
As we walk out of the town after the celebration, they realize
We didn't ask for the recipe.
No!
No, Morgan's definitely asking for the recipe.
Okay. Wigex comes up to you all and goes, well, with that out of the fucking way, I think I'm gonna get back to my original job of trying to hunt down some of the ne'er-do-wells in this part of the 10 towns. Bounty hunting's not a little bit of a lucrative job, but kind of hard to bounty hunt when everybody's dying.
You could all thinks back to our first bounty hunt, like to an undead guy. Like, yeah, kinda.
And Mr. Ozik kind of joins up later and goes, I'm happy to see that this endeavor is through. I wish you all the best in what you have going on. I am searching for some potential means of ending the everlasting rhyme, even though I personally find it actually kind of nice, but some variants might be well for this area. Have any of you heard of Enjaguk?
Andrico, you said?
Enjaguk. Spelled A-N-G-A-J-U-K.
What do we have?
What do we have?
Give me a history check.
Whee! Goddamn!
Nope.
let's see
Drain is nope.
13.
if I pull through again.
16?
Doreen has cookie in his mouth.
I don't know.
It's loading on my end, so. What did you
I got a 9.
You got a 9?
I got a 13.
13?
6.
16.
Surprisingly, only talk. You've heard of Anjaguk. It's a sperm whale. There it goes. That swims around the frigid waters towards the northwest end of the frozen shelf. And the reason why this individual sperm whale is notable is because, first of all, it's awakened, and second of all, it has a boat strapped to its back.
Mm.
And this one is very old, like 200 years old. And you have heard of various stories and kind of rumors through about the whale having a near-fatal encounter with Oriel's rock. Which, if you don't know what a rock is, it is a very, 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 very big bird.
C-R-O-C-K.
Oh.
R-O-C.
Oh, dear God.
It is
Oh.
huge.
Hey, oh yeah, there's a picture of one in the Strahd chat.
Yep.
This one's very much, it's less of a raven and more of like a, maybe like a hawk or something else.
Eagle?
Like an eagle. I think very much a winter-themed.
only real winter-themed bird I could think of is snow owl.
Yeah. Well, there's also like hawks and eagles and that kind of deal.
I am reminded of that one bird in the underworld in the newest God of War.
To put it into perspective, it is a gargantuan monstrosity, which takes up a 20-foot by 20-foot square, if not more. And I would assume that, based on wingspan alone, it's probably got probably a wingspan of like 100 feet.
Ooze.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's.
I'm guessing there's no confirmed numbers that I'm finding, but it's huge.
Yeah, it's gonna be one big bird.
If we kill this thing, I'm gonna need more herbs.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Wingspan is about 80 to 120 feet.
No.
I just googled some stuff and I found some
200 feet according to criticalstats.com.
Damn.
That is a big. That is like an elder rock. God damn.
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Average wingspan is 80 to 120, so it's huge.
Now I see why the whale almost bought it with this thing. Okay.
Yep.
That makes a lot more sense.
It is huge, but I mean, it's also a 200-year-old sperm whale.
Who else is thinking we can get the dragon to fight that thing?
RV insurance.
Raise
Maybe.
his hand.
Maybe, if that's something that you want to go find.
It's like, hey, you want to be the king of the skies? Well, go kill that thing.
That's something trying to usurp your throne.
Yeah. Anyway.
Damn it, you know. Wait.
Okay.
Anyway,
Actually, I'm gonna play a little on wood while we're kind of doing some stuff. Is there anything? So she kind of goes. We have found some. I'm thinking that Anjaguk might actually be a way that you can potentially find Oriel's lair, but or maybe at least know where the rock is, and deeming that Oriel uses the rock to cast her spells. Might be a bit of a lead, but I think I might need a little bit more time to deal with that in particular.
But I think if we kill this thing, that thing would feed all 10 towns for at least a month.
Yeah. But dragon doesn't get to it first. Alright. So find the whale, find the rock, find Aura. Get it.
Yep, that sounds like the plan.
Okay. What, Matt?
I have you. I'll pull you here.
Before we leave, I do try to get the cookie recipe out of the town speaker.
Give me a persuasion check, because this halfling kind of goes, "Oh, this is my family recipe, passed on through the generations," and
With my plus 12 to persuasion?
Yes, I know. I understand, but I'm having you roll for it anyways.
16.
16.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
If that fails, may I?
I will allow a re-roll if you want to give them advantage.
Oh.
I'll share the recipe. Or at least share the cookies.
Well, it's one of those things where, well, if you want to make your own rule, you have to come up with a reason why.
Well, Morton already rolled, so
Well, with the 25,
yeah.
the town speaker goes.
I
"Well,
promise,
considering
I
that you
promise to
did
keep-
such a great service for our town."
and I promise to keep it a secret.
Yeah. And Paul just holds up Kibbles like, she'll really appreciate it. And I just had.
Cookies are
and,
yummy.
Yeah, Kibbles just giving the little puppy dog fox eyes.
Okay, so that concludes Lonely Woods chapter, for the most part. Omid is gonna stay with you at least back into Tourmaline.
First things first, we need to get the clerics to get show out.
Yeah.
That's the next thing I want to do.
Okay, so you make your way over to Tourmaline. Tourmaline, bloop.
Yeah.
Okay. Should be all here. Alright. Just a moment. Get out of here.
How long has it been since we left her? Like only like 3 days.
Couple days.
Actually, I would say 1 day. Like you spent. I'll give you 2 days actually, because
Okay.
Going there, spending the night, going over, killing the druid, coming back, probably spending another night.
So then we would probably take a long rest at some point.
Yeah.
Ting. And just click long rest on my end.
Yep.
Yay. I
Alright.
sit here and plant a halfling. There we go. You go back and you find. Da, 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 da.
Marigold?
Perilou.
Perilou.
And she's happy to see you all, and eagerly asking lots of questions, going, are you guys alright? Is anybody hurt? Do I need to take care of any wounds?
No, we're pretty much fine.
How is the news from Lonelywood? Are they alright? Did you succeed?
We
Yeah.
succeeded. We're gonna need some time to rebuild, but
Oh, thank the praise gods.
everybody seems to be on the mend.
Well, it seems like our troubles are over for the, well, for the short term at least. People are alive and well. Yes, about your thing though.
My open mouth.
Right. About that, let me pack my things and then, actually, you found another, cleric, didn't you?
Yeah, a forge cleric.
Right, he was over towards Calvin's Cairn. So, but he might have been into town. I'm sorry, I've been busy, you know, with trying to make the new temple and all.
That's fair.
Mhm.
So I will admit that I will get I will prepare my things. Did you have a list of components that were needed, or just like the stereotypical?
I would probably have to roll history on that, but he didn't. We weren't given a list of components.
I believe the elf has what they need. It's just a matter of
getting
Well,
the
I will look, just in case.
so it was like
This was something.
Well, I think we also. I was paying for that. Basically, him to find the components.
Right.
Oh,
What was the name of the spell I'm trying to think of?
greater restoration.
Was it Greater Restoration?
regeneration.
Greater
That-
regeneration.
just regeneration. Yeah.
Regeneration. Wait, what? Regenerate. It's not
It's like a
regeneration, it's just regenerate. Period.
There. Alright.
It
Summon
has. It requires holy water and a prayer wheel. So, you tell her to grab those 2 items. I would have said that,
Well, we need blur if you have it on hand.
bleh. Oh, those are actually easy to come by, surprisingly. I will, get some... I will start the process to sanctifying the water. And Ahmed kind of, as he comes back into town and whatnot, kind of joins you at the tavern and stuff, probably later. As you leave Perilou and Ahmed's going there, going like, he's already at the tavern and telling stories of their grand adventure, taking on the beasts, and already like 3 drinks in. And this huge bear just comes out of nowhere, and then he's like, BAM! And I'm like, no! And I took my pickaxe and I just shoved it in him, and then I shoulder checked him.
Wait, before he would have headed off on his own.
Right.
I would have given him a pouch of 75 gold. Like, thank you for your help.
Hey. It's mighty kind of you.
It was great. It was a great adventure. Thank you for joining it.
Glad to be of help, but again, I think these days of fighting are a little bit getting a bit beyond me. But
Well,
that was a bit of a tough fight, even for my skill.
Morton does give a hearty chuckle at that. He's like, well, now is the time for drinking. Go have
Indeed.
one on me.
Fast forward like 3 hours.
He
very much
is-
having drinks.
He is gone.
The ale is nice.
You singing some drinking songs over in the corner?
Yeah, there's some drinking songs, there's some tomfoolery, there's some people doing your feats of strength and gambling and that kind of deal. People doing arm wrestling and whatnot. Bam. Lots of dwarves. Some of them you actually recognize from the mining company, and you even see a few kobolds around.
Oh. They lived.
Recognizable kobolds, or
1 or 2 of them, yeah.
I give them a polite wave.
And they wave back and they're like, "Hey!" kind of like the fawns kind of like reply. And sitting
One
off
of them
to another, sitting off to another corner, kind of tinkering away at some like very fine jewelry or whatever. You see, if I go to find his name, Beradike Hammerbeard. Kind of sitting and kind of working on like a small workbench. He's got like a small handheld anvil, and he's kind of like dinking away at it. Or probably working at like some rivets or something like that.
Getting full work as always. That's for top short.
I get an extra pint, walk over, set it not in front, disrupting his work, but off to the side, and take a seat next to him.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Hey.
probably be ready.
Get it back.
We are, and we'll probably be ready to head out to. What is it, East Haven?
Yep, East Haven.
Yep, and we'll be ready to head out to East Haven in the morning. You all set, or do you need anything else?
I've got my packs on me.
All right.
Never leave home without them.
Preparedness. I like it. And with that, actually, Morden's going to like just give a polite clap on the shoulder, and then he's going to find a bed and go pass out.
Yeah, like even though that you had a night's rest last night, but even with the travel and everything, is like you're still like mildly exhausted. Like everybody's feeling it.
I need a bed, not a roll on the ground. I need a bed.
Yeah.
Doreen is going to look at his new goblet and be like, "Limpe-lu," and then fills up with wine and starts drinking and enjoying people's company.
Yep. Okay. So going past that.
Sorry, I had to look up a translator for this one.
Oh. So what is the thing in English?
I was originally just gonna have it be party time, but the words didn't sound right, so it's just wine time.
Wine time. Wine time.
Yep.
So you know the scene in I would say Thor Ragnarok where Doctor Strange has Thor
Yep.
just fill up the beer glass.
And what do you
Exactly
drink?
like that.
Not tea.
Not tea. Like,
But it's just the magically refilling thing. It's got a little bit at the bottom and then it's just all the way back up to full.
I love this thing.
You probably get wasted as well.
Probably. We just beat a boss, and we deserve it. Even though the reason behind them is rather sad. But anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so you grab Perilu and Baradike. And you start making your way south to Rinshander. Because it's the first stop on the way to East Haven. If you try to make a stop at Targos, the guards will not let you in.
That's fair. Given... Asshole!
We just strut by the gates and hold up our middle fingers.
Yep. Like,
Harry Lou is very hesitant to do so, and we're just egging her on, like, no, it's fine.
Perry Lou, do it, do it.
It's,
like,
This is-
I'm gonna.
This is
Sorry. Go ahead.
we're just like, this is what we think of your gate.
Fuck y'all gate. You pull out a spray
I don't know what we're doing,
pull out a spray can and start tagging it.
I think I could do that with prestidigitation, actually.
probably not
God.
permanent, but...
You just see Doreen with a bandana over his face, just like mimicking a spray can, like gets noticed, like smoke bomb.
Wow. Yeah, Morton doesn't like Targos right now, but goddamn,
None of us like Targos right now.
Okay, so let's move over to Bryn Shander. Bryn Shander!
We only need to get 2 more clerics, right?
Yep, you only needed the 2.
Yep.
So you make your way over to Bryn Shander. I'm going to pull everybody here. And I'm going to start throwing enemies on the thing. The thoroughfare greets you. You've probably collected pine cone in your cart and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Pine cone is their usual ditzy self.
Barely
I do,
any recognition that we're back.
I do ask the stable master, like, how much feed did he eat while we were gone?
You paid for a little bit more time,
Okay.
didn't you?
I'm used to my axe speak, and I'm like, yeah. Oh, this is way too much for food. No, it's not. Just
You paid for a week's worth of food. He ate a week's worth of food in 2 days.
It is a pudgy bird.
It's a pudgy bird.
he is chunk. All right.
Alex, nem, Tubbs.
Yep. It's not Tubbs levels. For reference, Tubbs is from The Unexpectables, and Monty had this fun idea of making a pigeon druid, but the thing is, all of the pigeons were like really fucked up in weird ways, and one of them is literally a bowling ball of a pigeon.
It is just fat.
It is a literal ball of pigeon.
Out of all the Lost Boys, he's Thud.
This is
A little-
This is like Thud 5.0.
No. Have you ever seen those videos where they have like the animals, but they're all just like a ball
Oh, they're
or
balloons?
balloons? Yeah,
Yes.
it's very much that.
Oh God, not Far Side Gallery. Dear God. All right, I get it. I got a chunk bird. Dear God.
Yep. Shock. But no, Pinecone is not that, but they are very much. They've got a little bit more
He's-
sway in their hips.
He is more rotund than the average
Yeah.
Axbeak.
Yeah.
On the scale, I'd say
Acquired sufficient blubber.
he is healthy. On the fluffy scale.
Yep.
No, wait, probably on more husky.
So you make your way into Bryn Shander. The usual hustle and bustle of the city greets you. The guards let you in. Since you've been around through here multiple times, and you've gained a little bit of I would say notoriety, but I don't think that's the right term.
Notoriety or recognition.
Recognition. That's the word. You've gained a bit of recognition, and your feats and tales precede you, so it is a welcome sight, and the tavern and Soza shop and whatnot greet you.
Yep. goes over to Sosa's. While we're stopped here.
Sure.
Yep, going, hey, honey, I'm home.
Yay!
Yeah, honey, I'm home.
So, I will also say that once he returns back to, once you return back to Tourmaline, or not Tourmaline, Lonelywood, you were also able to grab some more of the Winter Wolf pelts and stuff.
Sweet.
From the carcasses that you had made on your way out of town.
Yeah. It's like, but no, it's just more of a stop in,
Yeah.
catch up, tale of exploits, because I think we're just trying to hurry up to the show all thing contextually. So,
yeah, I mean that's fine.
and then ask about what can be done with
So
the
it's like, you four have been making my shop very busy, actually.
I'm sorry?
good busy, bad busy.
I would say a good busy. It's not often
Okay.
you find people requesting magical items, and if you all are the kind to bring me the various equipment and supplies that I would need to make certain things, I'm more than happy to keep myself busy up in these areas.
Looks at armor.
Potion making only goes so far.
Yeah. Looks at armor. Be like, well,
And suddenly so
this has been
entertaining.
fantastic. Well, it's fantastic quality, and I couldn't think of anyone to do it better.
Well, I thank you.
Well, no, I thank you. But actually, we got more material here, so would you be able to make
Are
another?
we making this for you or for?
Well, I was
the
going to
other
ask if
teammates?
there was. I was going to ask if there was any possibility of maybe bracers or anything, or possibly strengthening what I've got now.
Possibly, though you have a lot of material. Who else is going to Sosa's?
I think we all went.
Yeah, pretty much all of us.
Yes, and I'm currently thinking up of trying to learn a spell that is the equivalent of a garden hose for Doreen.
Maybe control water there.
Create water?
No, not
Just
create water.
Well, you could just create it right above his head.
Yeah, that's fair.
Peter, you forgot what spell I took.
Anyways, Zaza kind of looks at the rest of you. Is there anything that you might be interested in?
No, but you can have this, and I hand her the herbalist kit that the druid lady had. You would have
Okay.
more use for it than I would.
Ooh, this plus something. Ooh, I might be able to make you some resistance potions like this.
Probably use some more
Nice.
health potions while we're here.
Or health potions. Yeah, health potions might be probably
Yeah.
your alley.
Looks at health potions still in inventory. Yeah.
I do have some in stock if you are interested, that they are 50 gold apiece.
I would like
How
to
much
see.
would the herbalist kit? How would it get me? One or that all that stuff for one potion?
I think the herbalism kit in trade for one potion, yeah.
Yeah, then that's a good trade. I'll take one potion. You can have the rest.
Okay.
You can have those herbs.
Okay.
I was gonna see what what I was asking for would cost, and go from there. Pretty much, essentially what I'm asking for is at least something that can provide a cold resistance and a ray of frost kind of thing.
So kind of like what you currently have?
Kind of, but more of an accessory instead of just full-on armor.
Right.
And that possibly strengthening my armor.
I would say strengthening your armor is a little bit harder to come by, but making an item similar to your armor would be easier to do.
Okay.
So I will work on some homebrew for that, and we will see what happens from there.
Yeah, I figured most of that kind of stuff is going to take
But
place
again, it'll take some time.
Yeah, I figured it's going to take place during like the montage. So.
It'll take longer than the montage. I will say. It's nothing that you're gonna get anytime soon.
Another 2 weeks. Got it.
Yeah. So you make your way back to the tavern and stuff, and Cheval, you see your grandmother person there.
Caretaker.
Your grandmother's
Only
caretaker.
Gran.
Gran. They are on the other side of the map.
Welcome to the family, Gramp. You can still just call me Pocker.
I just imagine Dexter's laboratory thing. He's like, "Grandpa, I'm not your grandpa."
I forgot about that episode. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Here's your lunch. Apple juice sauce and vitamins.
Anyway.
So how's Granny doing?
She looks well, and also mildly, like, on edge.
Come on, Bran.
Well, your brother's in town.
I was afraid of that.
Kind of eyes go wide a little bit. Be like, "Ooh, you told me he was an asshole."
Oh, very much. They both are.
Looks around for anyone that looks kind of like Cheval.
Nobody that you see yet.
Oh, trust me, he'll make himself known.
So what you're saying is, get out of here soon.
Most
And come back and deal with him later.
later would be best.
Oh dear God, Gran's got a sword.
That's not Gran.
Don't fuck with Gran.
She popped up. They popped up right in front of Cheval. So.
Yeah, well, Gran's got a CR rating of 30. All right.
Oh God.
Gran casts disintegrate.
Probably like
No,
300 years old. You don't fuck with her.
It's like no, and like
No, this one's
Falcorn.
Gran. This
Falcorn
one's
just
Gran.
somehow pops up. Yeah, Falcorn somehow pops up, gets hit with disintegration. Not again.
Nothing press now, kid.
I am glad that that you made the figure just slightly shorter than everyone else. I like that. Like, I'm still definitely taller than a dwarf.
I think that's just the pose.
It works.
Yeah.
I did intentionally make it kind of short because
Yeah.
All right.
the runt of the litter sort of thing going.
Yeah.
So, do we
Oh
want to
crap!
press?
I was going to say that the Chewinga thingy. You also managed to do that.
Fits?
Oh, we accidentally tipped over the goods.
Just because I saw the elf in the background, I'm like, oh right, that thing.
Yeah, we mentioned it like last time that we wanted to get bits again, but I think we just kind of got caught up.
But we did find things out about the Chewingus, which is
I would say the lantern to tracking went off in lonely wood, and you picked it up, and Kibbles and the Chewinga are playfully running around, and coming back into town, you have a tiny little Chewinga thing, tiny little mask on top of this thing that looks like it's covered in hay, riding on top of.
Just for my
the back of
own
Kibbles.
edification, this thing kind of looks like a very miniature Skull Kid.
I actually had a picture of the Chewinga.
I think I have a
Oh, here we
good
go.
image. Happy image.
One second. Actually, I have it here.
There, it's actually writing on the fox.
Oh, jeez.
There, accurate.
And I imagine Kibbles is talking to it.
Yeah. It's very much fox speak, and you can't really tell what they're actually saying. Because I also don't feel like creating up random conversations.
That's fine. So does
Chewinga, there we go.
the Chewinga and Kibbles get this elf's attention by themselves, or do we have to kind of, hey, look what we found?
I would say that since you're in the bar, it kind of does just garner its own attention, besides the fact that it's also the group that was sent off to look at these things. So
They know we're weird.
sorry.
So
Yeah.
Do we get a fangirl moment on this one?
The elf, by the name of Danica Greyseal. That's a name
Holy
we
crap.
haven't used in a while.
Actually, yeah, that was actually in my notes.
Yep. Danica Greysteel. She kind of looks up from a table full of notes and
Just kind of point to the Chewinga and be like, eh?
you
Yeah,
actually
we're
did it.
all of us in the group are just kind of all pointing at it like, hello.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much.
Oh, it's kind of attached to Kibbles at the moment.
Well, that's fine. I'm sure you can let your fox know to quit playing with it for a time.
Well, that's up to them.
I will say they will be safe with me, and I'll make sure to treat them with respect.
Well, that's the thing.
Well,
I mean,
that being said, there is
I
a
think
bit of a reward, and she pushes a small pouch towards you, and you can keep the lantern.
Okay. I mean, but I think the only reason why it's been kind of following us is because we haven't been forcing it to follow us.
It just kind of. Yeah, just kind of follow the fox.
Well, that's up to you if you want to ask Kibbles to if she can
Kibbles.
study the fox.
Yeah, Kibbles,
Hi.
can you let Bits stay with the nice lady over there for a while?
Yeah, I think that'd
Okay.
probably be a good idea, considering I know how much danger you get into.
What? No.
I have to keep you all up. I have to heal the group. I don't want it to get into trouble.
We can always
You know
come.
what? That's fair.
Just looks at everybody. It's like,
That's fair.
thinks of all the times everybody went down. Like, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Just shrug like and hold up one finger like one time.
yeah.
Thanks back to the verbiage. Almost two.
I hold up a finger like, no, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
They're just Just nod in approval, like, yeah, you got a point.
Point taken.
Yep.
Game, set,
You're
match.
not wrong, but
Kibbles.
damn it.
You're not wrong, but emotional damage.
There it is. Speaking of emotional damage, bursting through the door.
Shit.
This is where I get to pull up the fun new model.
The cocky eyebrow.
Played by Benedict Cumberbatch. We meet, what can only be described as a slightly older version of Chauvel.
Hello, Sven, but we're in game for a moment.
I understand. Can I borrow Peter for like 12 seconds?
I guess,
Sure.
It's kind of his bit, but alright.
Sure.
We'll take a quick break.
Actually, you know
Okay.
what? Let's call it there, and we can kind of do a part 2 for this next time.
Okay.
Okay, cut it off a little bit early because things are probably going to be a little bit long next time, and
Yeah. Use the Stomach Church to just close the door in his face.
I gotta find the right clip, but it's basically spit take from Phil Gall.
The Jim Carrey one?
Oh, God.
No.
We'll leave it off with a Chauvel
Door
looking
kicked
up.
open.
The door kicked open. You see a slightly older Chauvel, but dressed in much
what
different
was it?
armor style.
Extremely Goofy movie when Goofy comes into the college campus and it's just bats screaming. Yeah.
Stomach Church, close door.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. Okay.
So with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, stream!
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.